Welcome to Section 420, Talkin Yankees, the podcast. Well, it's official. All the complaining, all the nagging, all the second guessing, all that could be, put aside just for maybe one day as the Yankees secure themselves a playoff spot, secure a playoff berth with yesterday's 2-1 extra inning win against the Seattle Mariners. And since they won both games on this road trip, which again that was the formula, they got it right out of the bag. There again, those two wins secured them, so the Yankees will be in the postseason. Now, of course, the AL East is still up for grabs there, but the Yankees right now really in a comfortable position right now. 5 games up in the AL East. I mean, at this point, literally, the Yankees would almost have to lose every game from here on out, which is not going to happen. Orioles scuttering a little bit going into October, and again, if this is the team the Yankees may face at some point, maybe like to see that. They actually had to drop Greg Kimbrell, the veteran closer there, who early this year they closed it, but then he started faltering a little. They took him out of the closer role there, so maybe a little hint to Clay Holmes. You got to pitch well to keep your job, but nevertheless, Yankees doing good, got this playoff spot. Orioles kind of trending downward a little bit, so we'll just do a little inflection point here before we get started. We got a lot of baseball left, even though it seems like this month is over. But October technically is almost a whole new season, so make sure to subscribe to this podcast, Section 420 Talkin Yankees, the podcast, and there's also the YouTube version of the show where kind of do a little deeper dive into the Yankees' statistical odds of winning the AL East, and it's probably got even higher right now. But make sure you go to the YouTube channel. Search for Section 420 Talkin Yankees and subscribe there as well. So the Yankees embarked on this final road trip of the regular season. We figured maybe it would take them a little bit because Seattle, they're also fighting for a wild card spot, about 2 or 3 games out there. So you'd figure you'd be facing a little bit of a hungrier, a little bit of a edgier Mariner team where the Yankees might be just kind of sleepwalking a little bit, but not the case. Yankees taking care of business right out of the gate. First game, dropping an 11-2 score on Seattle there. In that game, though, most importantly, we finally got to see, obviously you knew it was going to happen at some point, but the first home run from Jason Dominguez, and it wasn't really an easy pitch. It was kind of glowing outside, and he kind of hooked it and took it towards left center field there. So gets that kind of off the schneid there, and finally he could start getting his bat going. And of course, got a tippy cap to Juan Soto. Seattle's the last ballpark left in the majors actively, I guess, that he hadn't hit a home run yet. Well, he got that off the books, so he now officially has hit a home run in every single active stadium in Major League Baseball. And if that isn't good enough, hitting his 40th home run, which puts him with Judge now, who has at a 53. The first Yankee teammates to have over 40 home runs, and this goes back to the Eminem boys back in 61 there. So a little historic feat there by the dynamic duo. A lot of good stuff for the Yankees there. So, if they could start playing well, they took 3 out of 4 against Boston. At least took the first 2 games out of the Mariners series. Probably not going to do a recap afterwards because kind of at the whole hum at this point there. But Yankees on a bit of a roll right now, so if they want to get a little hot going into October, that's kind of what you want to see. Again, going back to this, all the complaining we've had over the season, all the ups and downs. Still some question marks with this team. Obviously the bullpen, I kind of got into that in the more recent YouTube episode. We're not really sure how they're going to approach this come October. They took Clay Holmes out of the closer role there, so this is going to be Luke Weaver now moving forward, or is there an opportunity for Holmes to come back, or is it strictly just going to be, hey, break out the Girardi binder and just look at the matchups, and whatever the matchups is, someone is in there. So maybe Canely could be in there sometimes in the 7th inning, maybe Canely would be in there in the 9th inning to close it out. So that all remains to be seen there, but again, Yankees right now in a good place, secured the playoff spot. Now it's just a question of, do they get the AL East, which right now, as I mentioned, 5 games atop of Baltimore right now, who are sputtering themselves. So it's looking more and more likely that the Yankees will take that AL East crown there. And of course, you just want to get as many wins as possible in the American League, so you can get a top spot and get a first round bye and get home field advantage moving forward. There just puts you in a much better position. So as an episode, it's a quickie here. So all the complaining about Boone, all the second guessing, all the Cashman moves that was second guess, all the stuff. The world is falling down and fire this guy, get rid of this guy, all that. All that being said, Yankees sitting pretty, will be in the 2024 postseason, and very may well be your American League East champions. Catch you next time.